Okay, good morning. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Alan's on vacation enjoying Newport. Apparently he had 4 lobsters last night. So I don't know how anybody can eat 4 lobsters at some place called the Nordic Grill. But that's a lot of lobsters. So weird news today on that whole AMD Nvidia sort of, I don't know what you want to call it, almost ransom or something that Trump's doing. Not something that's I would think would be a good for businesses. I mean, if you're gonna, make them pay to export their chips, it's like, why not use that money to grow the company? Or if you'd have to do it for all companies. I just don't understand. I don't know what kind of spin they're going to put on it, but it's just really, I find it really messed up, frankly. But, who am I? I'm marking a 30-minute breakout here on Nvidia. Let's just see what that is. The close on that is 181.67. That's right where I marked it. Good. So 181.67, price line 6. We'll go ahead and put it on. We'll make it a little bigger here. This is based on day trading volume 4. Actually, that's going to be the low. That is going to be red. I'm sorry, red. Make it a little bit bigger here. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. Oh, that must be a pivot point also, which is interesting. That's from a previous pivot point. I was going to say, hey, I thought I got rid of that. And then the open on this was 181.96. This is 1 penny off. But yeah, based on this strategy, from day trading volume 4, the 30-minute breakout strategy. Which is my favorite of the strategies to trade. It's on a Fibonacci level. So really, both those levels are marked already, which is kind of interesting. I've changed my layout a little bit because I was trading with some of the large share size traders. Although I ended up making a completely different layout for them too. So that could be a potential one. I want to do that also with AMD. This is the 30-minute. Okay. So that's right there. So that opening was 170.75, and then the close was 170. Hey, I got it right. Okay. So I was just eyeballing that, but I'm liking this just because I think the market's pretty indecisive about whether it wants to go up or down on this news. I've already watched it flip-flop a bunch. So it might be that the breakout levels from the open strategies might come into play all day long. I mean, they might be something to watch. You could also mark the 15. They have 4 different breakout levels on the day trading volume 4, which I have a link to. I highly recommend you get it. But that just gives us something to go by. I kind of cleared the deck on these, on the fibs and everything, because it's just kind of reset things. This is the 10-day fib. So if you're new here, I'm marking the Fibonacci levels. I always mark on a 5-minute 10-day and a 5-minute 2-day, and they're always marked left to right no matter which way they go. Where is this? Okay, I got to get rid of this. Oh, it's over here. This is on a 2-day. Why isn't it marked then? There it is. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to get these first thing marked out for potential trading of these. Now we're trading theoretically from day trading volume 1, the RV strategy. We're trading a consolidation is what we're supposed to be trading for this. I'm calling it a challenge for the month of August, where we're trying to make $150 to $500 a day. And I will only be trading 30 to 40 minutes to try to accomplish some of that and then come back to it later. But hopefully you guys pick up where you can trade on your own the rest. So we're looking at how these fib levels are already capturing a lot of the action here. Now we're looking to do some historical data. As you can see, the fibs are already like really picking up these, you know, these points. This one would probably be an interesting one to mark, where price action has stopped abruptly and turned around. So we'll mark that in case it comes into play while I'm on AMD here. And let's just see. These fibs have really picked up this stuff, so there's just no reason to mark more. Maybe here. Yeah, that's probably a good spot there. Just, you never know which one's going to be respected. That get picked up down there, kind of right there. It got picked up again. Just to see what's might be respected. I kind of do not expect it to get down to this level. I would reassess it anyway. So, I can't remember. Did I mark Nvidia's historical data? Yeah, so it already has a bunch marked here before I did the breakouts. Yep. Okay. So Tesla's another one. That's just probably really clean. Now, I came back on Friday. I was down that $600, and I came back making on a series of stocks, but most of it was $700 on Tesla. And I'm liking the way it's been moving lately. Typically, I don't like Tesla because it's so hard to, like, if you're trading a consolidation strategy, it's like, you know, how in the world would, you know, this stock's impossible to call consolidation on because it's all over the board. So I normally would not trade this. Come on. 97.82. I'm going to type that in, I think. And this is 69. Yeah. 69 and 82. There's our 10-day fib on a 5-minute. These are probably, because of the way it's been moving, I don't, you know, it's just so far out of whack here that I don't hold much. So I marked the pre-market high too, which is kind of funky. I'm going to mark this 2-day on just the open sessions. I'll do it on the body. Or right there, and see if that comes into play down there. So we're just looking for levels that could come into play that might be respected. Could see both fibs picked up that level, and it turned abruptly around. I mean, maybe here it's just, let me get back to the 10-day. You know, if it gets down all the way down where it had been consolidating, that's where it was easier to trade. Now, you know, it doesn't have enough history in this level to trust anything, you know. So I'd be very worried about trusting any of these levels as it goes up. I could do extensions, you know, up into here, but I just would never trust that with Tesla in a million years. So let me just take a look at this again and just see if there's anything. Yeah, there's really nothing else I would want. I would want to make the markets on intraday. So right now, guys, I'm looking at these stocks sort of in order. I do have the special scanner over here on my watch list that's just for the 50K, a minimum of 50K volume per 1 minute candle. So I was looking at that. I am a little bit interested in the ETF for Bitcoin because that's way up today. That might be something to watch to see if it's, I mean, again, that's more of a momentum than a consolidation, like an all-day long trade. But it's worth looking at them just to see if there's some sort of opportunity in these large caps and mega cap ETFs or just stocks. So I don't know. Anything hard to borrow, I'm going to stay away from because I like to do long and short. But if you're only trading long, then, you know, maybe you should look at some of these. These ATRs are pretty decent in here, even on the 50K, I'm saying. So, but that's not one I'm, right now I'm kind of going through this list of these. Apple somebody just set a high of where it was, like a 235 high. So that's not very good news. You know, their target range, I mean. So I don't know. You know, I don't know which way it's going to go. Here's AMD. I think I marked some stuff out here already. Yeah, that fib. I guess that fib held. So there was a 2-day fib. And this must be the 10-day from here. Yeah. So those fibs are marked. The breakout's marked. Level on that as well. So this might be something to watch. I've got a little bit of historical data marked here. Seemed like it didn't really respect it there too much, but that's, again, pre-market. And then Palantir is, no, I just cleaned that up. So that's just a steady rise. They had great earnings. The fib isn't going to tell us much unless it dips. It does look like it's starting to dip, though, doesn't it? So this could be, I traditionally don't have a lot of good luck on this stock, but that just could be me. You know, as far as reading it, because my claim to fame, or why people want to trade with me, is because I can read the directions really well. And I have not been reading this one well at all. Oops, 90. Did I get that in? I got that at 97. So for whatever reason, me and Palantir don't have a very good track record together, calling it out. I don't know. So I kind of steer clear from it because I've been burnt a few times. That will give us a different level here, so let's mark it. Just in case it pulls back. And we're looking for something because we're not doing well on something else. Wow, it did respect that level. Oh, look at that. Historical data on this, there would be a whole bunch right here. Oh my God, look at that. Just before it kind of took off. But that's a lot of taps right there. Then you have this area here where it kind of came back, where it opened actually. Right in there, if it got down, that's 184 even is what that'll be. Which your other the whole and half dollar will pick up for me anyway. But it's a level to watch if we get into that stock. Okay, here's what I wanted to get to. I wanted to get to Apple just to see. Oh, I'm on the 2-day still. Okay, so let's go ahead and mark that now. Then we'll go over some of the news. Am I not on the fib retracements here? I always make the 2-day kind of a purplish pink. And this would be my 10-day, 5-minute 10-day here. That's not going to be it, right? Is that it? Oh, it is it. Okay. Did like coming back to that fib. I don't have anything historical to mark here, so that one makes this harder today. Unless we go way back, which is kind of useless. So this one is hard to borrow, so it came up on the scanner, but... And then let's go back to our hood, which occasionally... Yeah, so this is, again, going to be really hard because it's just on a constant upward move. Well, I had some taps back here, maybe. Let's see, where does that end up? Where does that end up right there? Is that anywhere near today's price action? No, it's way down. Yeah, that's $8-9 out of range there. I got nothing to mark on this. I would just come over and look at it later and just see if I end up not going to it usually, as you guys know. On our news today, we talked about the Nvidia AMD, the 15% deal with China, which is the weirdest friggin' thing that any government could ever do that. That's kind of like what China does with its companies. So it's just, I don't even know how to feel about that yet. I'm not feeling too good about America when I see something like that. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of money comes in the coffers, but is that really fair to charge the businesses? You know, stop giving such a big corporate tax break then, maybe, huh? Or, I mean, you're just singling out particular businesses. I mean, where would that end? I don't know. There's mixed things all over when you listen to CNBC about it. It's just another, in my opinion, it's one more thing that's just like, yeah, going too far kind of stuff that just doesn't speak real well of capitalism, does it? I don't know. It's just something very odd about it. We'll see how it shakes out. I mean, because he often does these like kind of threats and then doesn't, it becomes something different than what it really is. So I noticed defense stocks are going way down because people think that Putin and Trump meeting on Friday will end the war, so defense stocks are going down. It's like, even when you save lives, somebody's losing, right? So who knows if that'll really happen. I think it's doubtful that war will come to an end. Again, this is my personal opinion. I don't have any inside news on any of that. So futures, modestly higher today, supported by strong performances from tech names like Google and Apple and Tesla, and buoyed in part by Nvidia and AMD China deal easing. So markets near a record high. So the major CPI and PPI data is due out this week. I mean, that possibly could hold some investors back from, could affect our day trading. Doubtful. Lithium stocks rally amid supply distribution. And it's affecting the QQQ. I was looking at the QQQ earlier today. And then here's Bitcoin approaching a record high, 123K. Like I said, I was looking at that as a possible, trending type of move today. Again, and this is an ETF, so it won't move the same way. It won't have the same volume on the 1 minute. But, it is showing here that, I mean, if you look at the special one I coded in here, by the way, you can get all these scanners at the $1 Million Margin Club. I have a link. But you can see its volume per 1 minute candle on average is over 100,000 on over a 10-day. So that's enough to move like we need it to move for you know, in and out. And it is not hard to borrow. So it is a viable, you know, if we're just having trouble finding stuff, it's like we should take another look at this. I like having them up here on my watch list too, because I can look, you know, I'll look over it, like, you know, what did it close at? What is it now? You know, and then I can see which way is it moving without me having to click to the stock itself. So I'll usually detach them from my side panel over here, and I put them up on the screens here. But I'm not going to mark this out. I'm just going to maybe come back and look at it. That was based on the news I just read. Let's see. That's pretty much it. Yeah, nothing else really that would affect us for the most part. So what am I going to call today, which everybody is waiting for? If I was going to be trading the RV strategy at 10 a.m. or a little bit after that, I might go with Tesla, honestly, but you can't really... Apple's not going to get you what you need for the high share size anyway, and since they're straight, I mean, you can get it off of Apple, but I mean, if this just sat here and consolidated all day right here, then this could be an RV contender. You're only going to rate like a 5 or 6 on it, though, as far as the criteria in the book, Day Trading Volume 1, so you wouldn't have a lot of people joining you, which is what you kind of need with that, so I'm not sure about that. For the RV strategy. And then same thing, it almost looks like a repeat of Apple, right? It's the same problem there. AMD's probably, well, this is actually a little bit better because you've got some previous days in this price range. So this is probably the better one for RV right now, for the RV strategy. And it might be the one that we're going to trade today. It's one of the reasons why I put the breakouts here. Just depends on what this news does, because you really shouldn't trade an RV strategy stock when there's a catalyst, which we have one right now. So, you know, I don't know. We just got to see the price action. That's the great thing about day trading, right? You just got to see the price action. Tesla's, again, a repeat of the others. You know, Apple and stuff just kind of going out of its range, so we don't have a lot to go by. Tesla's got some a little further back here, 321, but we're all the way up to 336 now. And then Nvidia has some signs of consolidation here. It was up at 185 not too long ago, so you know it's in that range. This could that's another reason why I did the breakout. I was already looking at these, and so I marked the breakout based on the open strategies, the 4 open strategies, Day Trading Volume 4. I did the strategy number 2, the 30-minute candle that closed at 9 o'clock on East Coast time, United States, 1/2 hour before market opens. So I have those breakouts marked. Now, what will I do as far as trading the open on these? Probably, you know, I'm not feeling like I'm going to take any risky trade, honestly. The trouble I had Friday was not from trading the open, believe it or not, the opening candle. It was from after that. I forget what stock I believed in, and then I finally and I didn't want to swing it. I forget what it was, but I was it AMD maybe? I just said, hey, I'm not going to swing the stock, so I'm just going to take the loss. And it was a good thing, too, because it went down. Into the weekend, you know, I just was thinking like this could be $3,000, $4,000 by Monday morning. So I just got out, and then I made it back. But it took me a little longer than I thought it would. And I think Tesla is what saved me, the way it had enough price action. But this is actually an interesting one to trade at the open hub. But God, it could just go straight down. That's the thing. Never mind. Not even going to think about it. Stop. Scratch that. No Tesla at the open. And then AMD and Nvidia have a catalyst. What does Hood look like for a potential risky trade at the open? Which is something I don't recommend you guys do. What's the news on this? Why is this up so much? Oh, of course I know why it's up so much, because of Bitcoin. Okay, so because of crypto, yeah, that it has not just Bitcoin but crypto. Yeah, so this has got a catalyst too. These are not great stocks for RVs trading here. I didn't even look at Amazon. That just hit the list. Interesting. Wow, that's an old fib being respected. I don't know how long ago I marked that, but I guess it wasn't that long ago, huh? Huh. We've only got 4 minutes to make a decision. That could be an interesting one to do at the open. Nothing. I don't feel it. Not feeling it, guys. I want to look at something at the open. I guess I'll look at Tesla, but I probably am not going to take a trade at the open. This is like the riskiest of the whole bunch to do. Just so you guys are aware of my thinking, as far as an opening candle. It's just, you could make a lot of money. I mean, it's thrilling. That's why I like it. It's thrilling, but geez, you shouldn't do it. You just shouldn't do it unless you're as stupid and crazy as I am. But I'll watch it, and then I'm going to watch my watch list just to see, because we want to get into the consolidating. We don't want to dig ourselves a hole. We want to get in. I'll just do 50 in case I take a move here. We want to wait for the 11th minute to 15 minute in and really trade the strategy. And you can make a lot of money throughout the day. You can be 500 to 1,000. There's a lot of people that are in this challenge that are just traded all day. That's not for me. I do different sessions with different people, but you can make a living. You can suddenly be making $15,000, $20,000 a month, or at least $10,000 a month. Got 3 minutes left. Let me try to get this up if I have enough time. Which time is there? It's still 2 minutes. Yeah, so here's where we're at right now for this month. So that's pretty good, and that was my recovery from being 600 and something dollars down. So we did come back. But if you just trade it longer, I do 2 sessions. I do a second session with the staff here to help them do it. I just realized I got to put this up too. Remember, guys, I'm not a licensed financial advisor. Please seek the advice of someone licensed before you try to emulate or follow any of the demonstrations here on this channel. I typically will try to do this strategy myself, where I only go in 25% of my position, and I will only start to average up if it has gone against me and then starting to go back for me, then I might average. But always keep an eye, average in more shares, but always keep an eye on your max loss per trade. And those are just a couple of little side notes there. And we're about to have an opening market here in 1 minute. My layout might look a little bit different to you today because I did change it. So I could start to set up for different strategies without switching completely. And I do have different Suave accounts with different corporations. So you may see different account numbers coming up here from time to time that you are not used to seeing. And that's because I have a lot of different accounts under different entities and things like that to deal with a complicated bunch of crap that I do. All right, here we go. Tesla is definitely up from the close on Friday. 11 seconds. People are profiting. Preset orders. Wow. Does it look like, is it going to go up today? I just decided to stay clear, but boy, I wish I would have gone in now. Oh well. I'm not going to short this. I'm not going to retrace this. I just can't trust what this is doing until it starts to show its true colors. 338 could be a level to maybe go long, but that's a big move all the way up from, wow, it went up $4, $5. Insane. Insane. This is what I mean. You know, how many people guess that right? Hmm. 917. It just said stocks up again, but it didn't really. If it tapped this ATR down here, I would probably go long, but I don't see that happening. So breaking 340 is kind of a big deal if it does that. Oh, it did already. Wow. I looked away and it was gone. 341. Wow. I'm not chasing that, guys. Sorry. I'm just not going to chase that. This may not be one we can do on a consolidation. I would love to see a big, big dip here, but then I might go long. But man, the way it's just going straight up is a little scary as far as trying to chase it, you know. So I'm on the sidelines for a little bit here. That kind of action is just, it's a lot of money if you jumped into that, huh? It needs to retrace. It's not doing it. There it goes. A little bit anyway. Still above 339. Well, for those of you that were brave enough and just said, I'm going long, put in your 50 or 100 or 200 shares or maybe 500 shares, I would stop trading for the day and take my profit and walk away. You can see the risk oscillator turned it around here, or tried to turn it around there at 339. It did slow it down. Buyers did not make it to the top of the volume. There is a consolidation battle happening here, at least some way that maybe we could trade this today. If it starts to do, if it starts to do this, then this could be its level, maybe 339 up to 341, something that we could use here. We're still not even up to the first 5 minutes, as you can see from the vertical line here. We're out of range of everything but whole and half dollars and the ATR levels. So there's your ATR high up here. I mean, the high ATR right there. This is the half ATR based on the RV strategy. Let's try to start a week off green and not take wild chances. This is a 30 to 40 cent swale here. This is a lot of action to try to, wow, that's the magnet coming in, guys. That's going to pull up the price action. There it is. Boom. Look at that, huh? That should probably send this up. You saw it all coming in. It's so close to the open that I don't really trust the magnet yet, because of course the data is going to be up here. Now here's some pulling it down. So yeah, it pulled up the support level for the magnets right there at 338.64 range. Here it comes down now. I'm thinking if it pops this past this 5 minute and it's still up and down, I might try to go long. I'm not going to play it short, but I might try to go long on a dip. Yeah, it seemed like we had a dip there. I'd probably buy the bid. Yeah, I kind of missed my spot there as it broke it. See, it broke that first 5 minute there, and everybody jumped in on the 5 minute candles. So saw it there. I just didn't act fast enough. I kind of wanted to catch that dip, and I wasn't looking at the clock, how close we were to the end of that candle closing. So yeah, all the way back up to 341. So now you're chasing it again. We could start to try to short it if this was consolidating, but if it's it might run to 350. Then what would you think? Look at that go, huh? Now it is giving an opportunity to get in and out on retracements here, if you're not greedy. 20 to 30 cents. That was a 50-cent swing right there. So if you went short, even if it's still going up, you had a chance to make money on it. I'd rather ride it up, but there may not be a lot of opportunities here to get it on the dip. Anything near 340 I'm going to buy. I'm going to go ahead and try to get in there. Okay, I got picked up. I'm only 50 shares, so now I would have to be turning around down here. Yeah, I'm not going to add unless, of course, it's going to go down because I just did something. Of course. 339, it's starting to turn around. I'm going to go ahead and go in. Got me. So now I'm up to 100 shares. And hopefully it is not just going to go straight down on me here. It was turning around when I went in, so I felt comfortable at that moment, but now I'm not feeling very comfortable. I am playing it long. I do believe long's the way to go here, but let's see if this is its big retracement, and that was its whole top move. That does not look good the way it's moving. Magnet's above it. We're at all the moving averages here. It should give it some support. But as you can see from the Scalp Pro, it kind of is scaring people from... I'd like to see some retracement up here, decent retracement. I'm at 339.68, so I'd like to get to 340, same type of level up in here before. I'd like to get a profit, but I might chicken out depending on how this is moving. It's definitely slowing down too, so which is great for us to consolidate. So if you look at this as a consolidation move, there's all kinds of time in this trade to make it a good trade. So there's 85. Let's see if it hits the 340. There we go. I'll go ahead and take that if it picks me up. Partial pickup, cancel. And I will look to flatten so I don't have to mess with my shares. I'm just going to flatten out there. So, yeah, I didn't want to mess with my share size, type it. So that ended up being, partial. Now we're getting close to when we would start to do it anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and stay on this for now to see if we're gonna get this type of consolidation action. See, I didn't wait to get up here because it didn't look like I was going to do it. Now the MACD is turning it around. Man, we're going for short-term moves and we're not getting greedy. We want to try to get a minimum of 150, and then as you trade throughout the day, hopefully a lot more than that. This is viable long or short right now, which is great. And I know a lot of you, this is an expensive one to trade. Magnet's pushing it. That is the buy sell oscillator saying you are done, my friend. So that's an interesting. Right at the 340, it's calling it over. So it's interesting to try to take a short up here as it pounds up. See if we can get a little higher into the 30 cents range. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Okay, I got that on a short. So hopefully didn't make a mistake here. So it was giving us lots of opportunities, short and long. So I tried to pick it up there for just a two-digit, the first two-digit number, 20-something bucks. So there we go. That was just a little one. I did keep my share at 100 on purpose. This is the high of day that the market magnet calls out here, that dotted line. So it's having trouble breaking that, consistently staying above the 341 right now. Which is good news for anybody who wants to short it, that it will retrace. See, it just gave us 40 cents right there in a split second, off the ask and the bid. So that's risky too. Now you get down here and you think about buying. It's still early yet and it could fade. This may be just a little consolidation before it drops back to the open. So watch that. And, unless you want to ride it all the way down and add from down there, that's a big move down. That's a lot of dollars down. So you got to be careful there. Just better to get out for a smaller loss if it really starts to tank when you're going long. And there it goes down here. So down here, the bottom of the magnet, 339 even would be a spot I would think about it to buy, to go long. I tried to get in there, 4 cents. So I went in and then it dropped immediately as soon as I hit it. Wow. The very thing I was warning about, it just started to do there, that it might really drop off. So keep a close watch here and be careful of your max loss. We're trading this is a risky stock for sure to trade, but see if it's really going to consolidate for us, because that would be awesome, because these kind of swales, if you can count on it retracing, are really good. So I put back in the momentum indicator in here, guys. I added that in. So that alarm will go off a lot when letting me know that momentum is strong. I added that after trading Tesla yesterday a bunch. This stock, because it's their intra-minute swings are like momentum swings. It's so powerful, $1-2 at a time. So it alerting me to that was helpful. So that is the momentum indicator, and it goes back so many candles and tells you when it's changed. And we are getting some good consolidation here. Not enough for me to mark any levels yet. I'll just go by the whole and half dollars right now. Remember, that's where the crowd trades. But, I thought that might fade, but it came right back and gave us that action. It's still getting lower lows now. I mean, well, it's stair-stepping down right now. So watch out if you go long. Hitting the market magnet. There's the lower level. See that coming in? It's going to pull the magnet down, which means this is going to get a new support level below it. If that keeps coming across, watch out if you're going long. This is becoming more respected as we get into now the, how far are we into it? Oh, we're into the 13th minute. Yeah, so this is definitely more respected. So watch out. There's the momentum indicator saying no, go down. MACD said go down. It did go down. Right in the middle of where I don't want to take a trade. And a nice big red 5-minute candle over there. All the 5-minute people are seeing that. And that's just about to switch. So that means that most likely this is going to continue to go down. But it's got about 40 seconds, 30 seconds to make that decision. This could spin around and turn that green. Probably not, though, because it has to break up here. See how the buyers really, the whole volume weakened? They're at the top, but they're just weakening. So it's time for a seller. So that's a buy-sell oscillator turning it up. Risk oscillator turning it down. Conflicting readings, and there's the 1 minute, and there it went. So it went up rather than down, which is interesting based on what 5-minute people see. So I would go short up into here, into this level up here. Yeah, as it gets near the 341, I'll try another swale down. Seems to be hitting a hard wall up there. Got it. Cancel that order. Went down to, I would have got 50 cents already on that. It didn't pick me up. Too bad. That was a nice spike. I kind of called it happening, and then I wasn't prepared to take advantage of it. Here it goes again. That time it got me, and it actually weakened as I got picked up, so I was not as thrilled with that move. That should swale. Come on. Right there. That's where you want. 72. Pick it up. Come on. Ah, you're right next to me there. Cancel that. Of course, it didn't pick me up, and now it hurts me. It's making its new move up now, which is not, I'm on the wrong end of that. If it turns around, let's see if it's going to turn around for me here. That is not a good trade for me right now. Had it picked me up down there, I'd be just sitting pretty, but it didn't pick me up. That's why I hate to do the bid and ask, but then your spread's so lame. You know, the way it picks you up on market. I'm not adding to this because I don't like, it's not giving me a good opportunity. It's telling me that it's going to turn around. If anything, it's getting worse as I look at the price action. So, yeah, it broke out of its consolidation. I was on the wrong end of it. Wow. Too bad. Yep, I would be long biased now, but I'm going the wrong way. So I have to make a choice. Do I think it's going to retrace, or should I just take a loss before it gets out of hand here? This thing can move like $5 in a split second, so... I'd have to do market to add to it. It's the only thing that would help me if I saw it swaling down. It was the only thing I could do fast enough to try to get out, but it's not giving me what I want here. Gonna break back through that ATR. Oh no, it's going the wrong way. Come on, guys. All right, I think I'm gonna take a hit here soon, guys, if it doesn't show me some signs of breaking through that ATR. That's the high ATR right there. We need it to break that level. If it keeps bouncing and springing up, that's a bad move. I don't want to swing this for a long period of time. Let's see if it gives me any opportunity. Needs to break that level. Break it down. There it goes. Nice. Keep going. Break the 342. Break the 342. Sometimes I feel like the market doesn't listen to me. No. Do not do that. Go down. I'm looking at the bid right now. I'm watching. I really want to see it break the 342. I don't have any indicators other than the whole and half dollar thing. I got nothing here. I got the ATR is what I got. And people, it's stalled right here. So, you know, is it going to stall because it wants to fade right off again? Or is it going to stall because it's going to come way up high again and, you know, spring off like the escalator strategy, which I don't want to see that an escalator strategy happen while I'm holding it the wrong way here. That's 3 times now that it's telling me it's about to shoot upward, not downward. I'm actually going to get out. It's just a negative 33. I don't trust it. So that's unfortunate. That was a pretty big trade. Oh, now it broke it. That's too bad. Okay. I didn't hold it long enough. Well, I don't know. It looks like it's going to turn back around to me, so I would tend to try to play this long more than anything. Just kind of watching it to get back into it or to switch stocks. Only 33 down, so it's not the end of the world, but it's not consolidating. Let me take a look at some of the others here. Nvidia looks like it's consolidating. AMD up and consolidating. Apple down. I'm going to jump in that and see if we can. I just did market because I just wanted to get in the move. See if we can get at least green before I move to another stock. Yeah, they gave me a really bad spot when I jumped in on market there. It's just stalling right here, not giving me many moves. I got down to $8 negative there. Well, I would be hesitant to ride that short again right now. So, and I'm chasing it long. It's starting to consolidate here. Let me take a look at Nvidia. After all that, I'm $8 down. Oops. And that news is not sending the stock down. Making a deal, paying off bribery, I guess, is a way to have your stock go up. We do have some pretty nice consolidation right here. What are we looking at for a channel? It's at least a 50-cent channel, but it's stalling. So now I take a look to level 2 and see what we get for movement here. Right now it looks terrible. 5 to 8 cents. We definitely want more share size over here if I even try this. Maybe go long off the fib if it gets down here. Wait it out. It's 182.32. It did stall there a bit before. It does have some room to retrace all the way down to 180. It's 38, 37. I'll try. Oh, that was way higher than I wanted to get in there. I tried to get out at like $10 there just to get out, but it's not picking me up. Just a quick trade. I tried to get it for, I think it was 5 cents. We're only moving 5 to 8 cents here, so it's not. I'm forcing trades here. I'm realizing I'm just forcing them. So we got to get a better look here than what I'm trying to do here. So it is resting on the fib, but I went in too soon. I got it 10 cents too high. Almost did it. I almost doubled down right at that level, but no, it wouldn't have picked me up probably. I went to half my share size is what I mean by that. Really respecting that fib. Yeah, I don't want to. This stock is too slow for me to trade, so we're going to want to get out of this move as soon as we can and just try to find something else that's decent here. We're short money right now, so nothing's really hurting us but time. Time is where we're getting hurt here. Price action is above where we're at. As far as the market magnet, thinking about going in half my share size if it swales the right. No, pulled the magnet down. Now I kind of wish I would have got out for like $2 rather than ride this thing the wrong way. Here's our breakout levels. So I was going by the, there it goes. I was going to get out with market if it gives me another surge up there. Seemed like it was about to go a little further there, so I'll just take that measly $12. Okay, so that does make me green for the day. God. That was the 50 cents. I was just like, take it. We got to find something that's moving better than this, guys. Let me see. AMD. What's AMD doing here? This is where I might go over look at the Bitcoin or something. This is just, I don't think there's enough consolidation going on here for this. We need it to go up and down in channels. We need to have, well, that's not too bad. What's our swaling here? So this is, you look at these numbers, like look across and see, is it moving 5 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents? I mean, we like to have 10, 15 cents within just a few seconds. This is like 5 cents. This is just like really, really slow. So when you're doing a retracement, you know, you don't want to, the idea is you don't want to wait for a big move. You want a really short scalp. Now, if you're really doing the RV strategy between total channels, then that's okay to wait for a bigger move. But for just scalping and retracement scalping, you know, we just got a 10-cent move there. But this is lame. I'm going to go away from this as well. Let's take a look at this for the heck of it. This is the ETF. Oh, God, no. This is so thickly traded. Oh, yeah. So remember what I was just talking about? And then look at the numbers here. Add 2 zeros to those. This is barely moving. So we'd have to put in a lot of shares and wait a long time. So we don't want that. Let's take a look at Hood. Again, I mostly, because I'm looking at the time involved, you know, to try to make the most money as quick as I can possibly make it. And I definitely felt like I was forcing trades today already. So there's Hood's look. Hood has dropped off the open. Does that mean we're short biased? I'm not sure. It's retracing right now. This is the stock I have the worst luck with, and here I am over here now. Let's see what this is doing for us here. Just look across real quick and see what you're getting here. That stayed, the ask has stayed at 89. So it's like 8 to 9 cents, 4 to 5 cents mostly. Small moves, volume's very, very low, barely within our range to hit on the scanner. So no. I see Uber hit here. Kind of curious to see what Uber's doing. Same crap. And this is what happens when I switch to the other scanner, is that we don't get the moves that we need. So I may end up back at Tesla again just to get the moves we need right now. Let's see this one. The cheaper stocks bring a lot more traders in, and then you don't get the price flow as fast. You can wait it out. All these indicators are set for like really fast action, to give you quick decision information. Boy, it hit that 46 hard, huh? Take a look at this. Is this a possible trade, a possible stock to trade here? The other way you fix that is you raise your share size a lot, and then you can go ahead and work with 2 and 4 cent and 5 cent swales here. Just assessing still. This is like 4 to 6 cents at best. Okay. Going back to Tesla, where I'm $8 down. See if we have any better look here. Did drop off that 43. Tax credit sales rush. Long bias based on the news. We're right at that ATR high again. Faded off of it so that you could play the two ATR levels, but that's a big play. That's $6. Reminds me to lower my share size here and just look at the action we're getting here. Yeah, I mean this is decent. This gives you some decent ways to make money if you look at this stock the way it's moving. So now we just got to get the direction right. So 340, it hammered it twice. Actually, a whole bunch of times. That level. Just broke it. I'll get in there, see if it picks me up at 79. It did. And we're waiting for a retracement back up, playing it long biased, thinking that that's our dip. But it sure don't look like a dip the way it's acting. I think I assessed it long enough to call that move. You know, I think that was a logical place to get in. We're obviously 34 cents down, so our target on that was 38 cents up. If you use the risk oscillator here. I will use the bid and ask buttons. I'd like to see it break back through the 340. Come on, don't tap it, break it. Next green candle, push it up. Scalping indicators going strong your way. And now it's not. So that could be just a little retracement to hit me hard down here. $39. Is it going to break the 39 too? Anywhere near that 39, if it retraces, I'll try to get in it. It's got a 5 to 8 cent spread. If I bought ask, I'd definitely get in it, but you know, wouldn't be as good a position. Well, there's no definite actually, but get into half my share size and a chance for a decent profit. I mean, we're going good with the stock first, and then it hit us and put us $8 down. It's a rough day. It's a rough Monday so far. Am I impatient? Perhaps. We're getting short on time, and I've done nothing. Come on. Break the 340. You know you want to. We want to make a real move. We don't want to keep pounding down. That is not a good looking candle for me. There's a reversal sign the way it closed though, so that's good. I mean, I could have gotten green a couple of times here. I was just looking for a bigger move, obviously. You nasty people. I am going to average in. I'm just looking for the right swale to go half my position in and hope that I don't have a long way to recover if I make the wrong choice. Missing all these trades, being stuck in the position too. That's the problem, because there's just short moves here. I'm gonna have to play this shorter than what I thought. I mean, as far as how much profit I'm trying to make per trade, you know. Yeah, had I averaged in down there, I'd already be profitable. But it is stair stepping down, not up, so I'm out of position unless I average in or take a loss. Always risky. You want it to be going your direction when you add, not against you, just to get a better price point. I'd like to get this down to like 330, 320. Then I could have got out a whole bunch of times. Can you make me some money? I've waited a long time. Don't make me get out for $2. It is not. I think I just need to get out of this trade. It is not going to go up. There's nothing showing that this should go up right now. You see the way this is moving is terrible. It's just terrible. Wow. See if it picks me up for like $7. Yes, there we go. I'm 94 cents. Wow, guys, it's a tough day so far. It's still at my position right now. Below my position. There it goes. That was it. And maybe it's going to start going up. What did I trade earlier? Was it AMD? No. Nvidia. Nvidia. So I've got $12 there. Man, that's just pathetic. Well, at least I'm not red. Hopefully everybody's green. It's just there's not a lot of stuff going on here. So I think I have to look at this as a longer play day, you know. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, yep. I just didn't quite wait long enough. It was beating me up, and I got tired of waiting. How are other people doing? There's our Zoom people with Charlie. Somebody over there with $500, and how in the world did you do that today? Most people are really, there's like $20, down 20, up 70. Everybody's having trouble here. Early in the day, really, guys. I mean, I'm just trying to push something in here, you know, trying to force some trades in here. But it's really early in the day. We just broke the RV group is not. Oh, yeah, they just started trading the RV strategy. Okay, so. I'm having trouble calling anything. That's why I just, you know, I force those in, so I should be happy I'm not red because there's just nothing to call right here now, so. I hesitate to go long above my position. Try to take another trade in here. Where did that level me out there? No place on the 5-minute that's decent. I just marked it because that was a tweezer move, so theoretically that should end it up down here somewhere, but. Now it's finally decided to go long again. There's our high, 342.55. I think I'll try to get us some money here with a couple of trades. Let's see if I can force out some green here. And I'm just looking at the action, and it's just, there are no decent entries right here. It's just a difficult day to call this. This does feel like luck right now. There's the buy-sell oscillator. I need some consistent, something to back me up here that's consistent historical data. I mean, historical data could be 1 minute, 5 minutes. It could be anything, so. But we're not going to make our challenge, and I'm going to have to be trading my butt off to make the challenge today, it looks like. Let's try it again. So that, again, is the momentum indicator telling you that it's pushed beyond its range that it had been holding. And I'm looking to short it just because I'm looking for a retracement. There I would have got it. Well, 8 cents. Yeah, that's not much of a retracement. Man. Seems to be stalling here. There it goes. I'll go ahead and give it a shot on a short. Good. Finally got something out of it. Jeez. I saw that I was getting about 10 cents, so, and that's just about what I got. A little bit more on this move. You just have to catch it right. So there's the magnet high at the 50% range right there. The way that it hurt me going long is making me not go long because I got stuck down here. Then I finally got out for like even money or something. But here we go. So this is going to send it up. This is going to pull the magnet up. There's a lot of people here that have just traded right here. So watch this pop, and it's going to change this resistance to way up here. So this could blow up here to 342 in a second. Let's see if this is strong enough that the indicators, I can start to trust them, because they've been kind of lackluster here. So let's get the magnet up. There it goes. Let's watch it go up. Here goes the price. There it goes. So I was going to say the price action should have moved it and it popped back down again. So now we're getting to an area where it might be interesting to really short this as it goes up. It's 80. I'm going to go ahead and go in there if it picks me up at 83. It didn't. I don't like the look of it. I'm getting out. Very good reason. Hit 94 a second later, which I did not capitalize on. So the 142, yeah, so that would have been good to get in that trade. The 342, I mean, is an area where I might... I'm letting those guys do the RV without me right now. Trying to get this to a little bit of green for you guys. Is it gonna bang off that 341 and we can go long off of it? There we go. It sucked me into a long again. It looked like it had it. It looked like it was going to go right back up. Looking at the level 2, and then it just faded. Come on. It's a little... Whoa, there we go. There we go. Yes! Finally. That's the kind of moves we were looking for. So we broke it then. We broke the 150. I saw that it was going to go back up, but then it faded and then whoop, hit it all of a sudden. So I'm acting like I made $10,000. That was a struggle, to get there. So it's just like, shit. So what was Nvidia? So at least we broke the 150. Whoever was trying to follow me there. I feel actually right now maybe this is going to be the turnaround that we can actually get some price action here. Oh, boy. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching today. I'm going to get over here and trade with the large share traders, and then I'll be back trying to get this closer to 500 today. So be careful out there. It was kind of tough. So if you're green, you're doing good. Count your blessings. It's been kind of a tough morning. I feel anyway. Maybe some of you are just kicking butt, but I feel it was kind of a tough morning. So thanks for watching. Always be inquisitive to the newest ideas, and stay green out there. And I'll see you next time. I'll see you in the morning.